Hey, what's up everybody? It's SNipEz. Welcome to SkyScraper Week. So SkyScraper Week is every day of the week I will be doing a skyscraper video. And so this got me motivated for, my Newfield City. So Newfield City is the city I have been working on. There will be a link in the description for that if you want to go see what that city looks like. So, but basically, like I said, this is basically just about making a skyscraper every day of the week for 1 week. So let's get started. So we have a lot to be doing in this first part. So this building, just to let you know, can be very tall. So what we're going to do is we're going to use snow and ice. And so you do want to be careful because the ice will melt if you're using torches. So be careful of that. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a long line of snow. And you're going to come to one end of it. I'm going to start on the right end. And what we're going to do is place one block. Then come 2 blocks away. So you should have a gap of 2. And you want to do this a couple times. So just let you know, if you have 8 gaps, so if we counted this right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. I'm going to cut it down to 5. And you'll see why here in a second. Because I believe it's if you have 8 of those blocks, like 8 of these little 2x2 blocks, you will actually hit the height limit. So you do want to be careful of that. So I found that out firsthand. And this building actually does look really good as a really tall building though. So what we're going to do is you're going to do this 3 more times. So what we're going to do is do this a couple more times. So we're going to come all the way to the other end. And we're going to fill these in. Again, just like this. Really simple. Not too hard to do at all. Alright, let's do it one more time. So we should have 3 rows of the exact same windows. And my swiftness ran out, so I'll take that real quick. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, so now that we have those 3, what you're going to do now is we're going to come diagonal. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up, and now we're going to add 3 more of those layers. So you want to think that every layer, like every window, is going to stay in the same spot. So this pillar is actually going to continue up. So this window right here now is actually one that is going to be a 1 window, not a 2. But now you just continue on with the pattern going throughout. So you would start with this pillar again, and this, again, continue the pattern. This side on the left is going to be the tallest side. So basically, whatever side you start on, like I started on the right, so the left side is going to be the side that just goes all the way up. It's not going to have any breaks or anything into it like that. Alright, so now let's continue this pattern with our windows now. Just like this. Another fast way to do this is you just do a lot of this stuff first. You get the outline, and then you go through and add the actual design for the windows later. Because it doesn't really take that long to make the lines and the vertical columns. Alright, so now that we did that, what we're going to do is we're going to come diagonal again, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So basically, you're doing this exact same pattern until you get all the way up to the side of this pillar. So this, I've, 6 boxes, I believe, is what I said. So it will still be a really tall building, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be as tall as if you had 8 or how many you want. So again, we're going to continue with the pattern of our pillars. So the pillars, you're going to keep the same. You're not going to move the pillars at all. And just continue with the pattern. So just make our windows. Make the windows like this. And add 1 more pillar here to top it off. And so hopefully you guys are seeing a pattern now. This building is a lot of repetition. So just to speed things up, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Just like this. And I'm not going to do the windows now. I'm just going to actually do the outline itself. So boom, boom, boom. And so you might be wondering what we need the ice for. The ice is actually coming up. The ices are for the actual windows themselves, but also for the main part that gives this building its unique look to it. You're going to have I guess you'll find out. It's hard to describe what it's going to look like. Hopefully you guys like it though. This is actually one of my newest buildings on my Newfield City. And it looks the best in my opinion. Like I said, it's the tallest one on the city now. Not by... I didn't mean to have it be the tallest one, but it's turned out to be, which I'm perfectly happy with. So we're going to move this one up even more. And this might even go all the way almost to the height limit. So just be careful of that. So 1, 2, and if this is getting too tall for you, you know how we have the 3 sets of windows? You could change it down to 2, which would actually decrease the height of this building tremendously. Because you're cutting down by 3 blocks every time. So obviously it's going to be a lot smaller in height. Do the same thing. pillar, pillar, caterpillar. Ah, you guys are probably thinking the exact same thing, but you probably weren't because you guys aren't as stupid as me. Boom, boom, come across, and do the same thing. So we're almost at the very top. And continue the pattern, come diagonal again, just like this. So have that one come across, boom, boom, and boom. And we're gonna do it one more time, and then we're gonna cut it here. So just like this, boom, boom, and boom. Then we can just have this last one come up, this last one come up, and you want to make sure they're still the same height. So move this one up one more. There we go. And there we go. There we have it. And so we're going to get rid of these there. So now if we come down, and it's a far way down, you can see the airport there. So this is how tall it's going to be. But now we have to do this exact same pattern again one more time. So we're going to come diagonal from the side you started on. Not the side that goes all the way up, but the side that starts really short. And we're going to continue the same pattern. So just like this, I want to make sure it is the same length. You want to make sure that both sides are symmetrical too. So I want to make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna cut down this last one. So let's make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We're good. All right, and so we're gonna stack up this one on the end, going all the way up. And the best way to make sure like everything's even is if you take out a map, use your, I believe it's the Y coordinate, and you see how tall everyone is. So when you're making it, you can just fly over to the other side, land on that block, and then you know how tall it has to be. So we're going to fly all the way back down. Boop, there we go. And let's connect these. And so I'm not going to actually do the windows this time because you guys have already seen that pattern. Again, this is actually a fairly simple building to make, and it looks really good when it's done. It's just one of those buildings that will catch somebody's eye immediately, especially when you have the ice in. Like right now, it's not really going to catch too many eyes just because there's not really too much done with it. But in the end, this will actually really catch somebody's eye. So, and then when they ask you, whoa, how'd you learn how to make that building? Go, I'm just a really good builder. Don't worry about it. So you can take full credit for it. Really don't care about it. So it's your guys' building. It's not mine. So I like to share my creations with everybody. So a lot of people do ask me, can I use your builds in my videos? And the way I look at it is I'm perfectly fine with that. Just because, one, I'm making tutorials for it. So obviously, I don't mind if people copy my stuff. One, let's take out the map to make sure. So we're on the Y coordinate of 96. This one over here is 96. So we're good there. And another fast way to check is just do the pattern I've been doing this entire time, like on the other side. Just come up 2, so now we know. And also helps like with where the windows, whoop, mess up on that one, where the windows will be. So boom, 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 and stack this one up. You might notice like I'm making the pillars go up even farther than they need to. Reason for that is just so I know I have the right height. So like that one didn't extend up high enough. And so pillar, whoop, pillar and pillar. And there we go. We can stop that one now. And let's make sure this is the same height. So this one's at 105 or 145, excuse me. And 145. So we're good there too. All right, so now for the main part of this building that will catch somebody's eye. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out your snow, and we're going to start down at the bottom first. So what we're going to do is place a piece of snow, not snow, ice. This is totally ice, not snow. And what we're going to do is basically, you can stack up the one that we just started on, and you can have it go all the way up to the top part of this building. Reason for this is that the windows are going to come to a complete corner. And basically, this is that corner spot. This is where it's going to connect with both sides no matter what, every time. All right, so now what you're going to do is you can start at the bottom, and you can just work your way up. And so we can just go all the way up to where this will take some time. Like, I think with the one I made, the tallest one on my city, it took me over 30 seconds. I had my friend time me. It took over 30 seconds to get all the way down from the bottom to the top, just because the building was so tall. It was so massive that it took so much time to get from the top to the bottom. Alright, and so we're just going to continue this pattern. You see that I'm just covering up these gaps now. And I will show you guys another trick after this, which can actually help the look of the windows itself. I did not come up with this idea. It actually came up, my friend showed it to me. And I was like, wow, I never really thought about doing that with the windows. Because a lot of people with ice, what they do is they just leave it to where the ice is the window. But my friend introduced me to something to where if you actually put glass blocks behind the ice actually does look like an actual window itself, because you can see the outline of the glass behind it. I was like, huh, never thought about it that way. Really good point, and now I use it all the time on my city. So I will show you guys how to do that with this building as well. And all these videos will be one part. I'm not sure if I said that. So these buildings might take up to maybe an hour, but this is SkyScraper week, and so in order to get a SkyScraper in every day, all the videos have to be one part. So here we go. Because right now we're already at 11 minutes, but we already have a lot of this building done. So, and there actually will be a unique design up towards the top. Once we're done with like adding this ice, we're gonna add a unique little design to the windows up at the top to give a little bit more look to it. Again, that's the main thing about these buildings, is just having a unique design that will really catch somebody's eye. So like having a square building all the time is perfectly fine, don't get me wrong, but if you have like a building that has like weird shapes to it, it has different colors to it, it will really catch somebody's eye. Like my friend, he saw one of the buildings I made immediately, he's like, "SNipEz, how come you always make weird designs for your windows?" And immediately what I said is, well, it caught your eye, didn't it? He goes, yeah, good point. It's just weird stuff catches somebody's eye. So like that airport down there, the roof design, a little bit, it's not the usual roof design for an airport, but it does catch your eye. Just the pattern of it, the look of it. I mean, I might be stupid, maybe it doesn't catch people's eyes, but in my opinion, I think it would. So you just really have to think about stuff like that, to where would it catch somebody's eye? That's the main thing you have to look for. And also, if it catches your eye, so if you think it looks really good, keep it. A lot of people, they make stuff, and like I even do this myself. Like I start something, and I really don't like the look of it, and I really want to stop, but like I continue what I was doing and see what I can do to make it better. And so by the end, at first I didn't like it, but then by the end I really do like it. Like in my Minecraft Newfield 1.2 video, I redid my national park, or not national, but city park, whatever you want to call it. And originally it was just 3 circles. I didn't really like the look of it, but I ran with that design, and by the end I really like the design of it now. It's just like you have to continue with what you're doing in order to actually see the end result. Even though it's really hard to do it sometimes you have to do it for the better. So this little tip for you guys. So if you are making a building, one thing to always do is, one, if you're just starting the building, save it. So if you don't like it, you can always get rid of it by just exiting without saving. So that's another tip as well. Alright, so now if we fly down, whoom, you can see the actual design of this building so far. And just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to go through and add all these to give you like the actual end result, so you guys can actually see what it looks like on one side. I'm only going to do this to one of the sides, not the other, just to save us a little bit of time, because this does take some time to do, don't get me wrong. Alright, so come up to here, connect these. And the main thing with these windows is, like I said at the very beginning when we were making these, is that you really want to make sure you keep the pillars the same. That's the important thing. Everything will work out perfectly fine as long as you keep the pillars the same. Everything will look exactly the same. So it's very important. I'm really stressing that if you couldn't tell. Alright, so all those are done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down to where our pillars are. If I can fly, there we go. And let's continue with our pillars. We're going to have this one come all the way up until it actually goes off the building. So you'll see when it stops doing that. We're still going all the way up. And we want to stop it here. So it connects with that one. We're done with that one. So now we come down. Right here we have a gap of 3. We want a gap of 2. So now we're going to come down. And I guarantee when we come down, it will be the perfect gap. And there we go. Do the same thing again with this pillar. I think when we have one more pillar after this. Actually, no. This is the last one. So there we go. Now we're done with that. So this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. That's what one side should look like. I will say it does look a little bit better if you have more windows to it. Like the one I made has 8 windows, where this one only has 5. So it does look better when you have a little bit more, just because it's a little bit wider. So also keep that in mind as well. Alright, so we're going to come to the top and we're going to work on something. So what we're going to do is we stopped it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have something come all the way across here. Come all the way across the other side. Actually, let's not have it come all the way across the other side. Let's have it come out from this no pillar. Let's come diagonal 3, 4, 5. Let's do the same thing with the other side, because this building is symmetrical. So 1, or that's it comes as 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we're going to do is come diagonal, and you're going to come down 2, do the same thing, come down 2. And so basically we're going to continue this pattern. So I'm going to get rid of a lot of this real quick, because we're not going to need a lot of this ice right here for our finished design. There we go. Finished design here. Get rid of all the ice now. And basically the best way to do this is you just do it on one side first, and then you just continue it with one side. So get rid of that now. And got rid of a piece of snow by accident. There we go. Replace that. So we need 2 more things of snow. There we go. Get rid of a lot of this. Again, a lot of repetition when it comes to this building, but you get used to it when you get used to it. So like with my city, I actually made 3 of these buildings. I had the really tall one with the 8 windows, but then I have 2 smaller ones on both sides to kind of act as like, I don't know, like it's just, I thought having 2 more of them would be another good idea, just to like, 1, fill up space, and 2, I thought the look of it would just be really good. So I haven't finished the other 2 though. I'm halfway done with one of them, but not the other. So hopefully I can finish that one soon. So continuing this design. And is that right? Nope, need to get rid of that one. I shouldn't have said come all the way up. This is the one bad thing. So hopefully you guys are following this. It's basically just going down by 2s now. Really simple, not too hard to understand. Hopefully. If it is too hard to understand, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. You should really learn how to understand things. I'm just kidding. I'm just JKing. Alright, so do that. Get rid of these. Actually, I'm not sure why I got rid of those. Actually, really funny. I think I just did it for the look, so I can actually see where everything goes. Alright, so now I'm just going to do this a fast way real quick. So, and just get rid of this stuff a little bit faster. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hold on. There we go. This should speed things up a little bit. I'll have to replace some snow here in a second. Oh, wow, I didn't. Sweet. Alright. So let's get rid of this stuff. So I'm actually going to be replacing all of this stuff with ice again, but just for the actual visualization. It's a hard word to say for me. Alright. So let's do the same pattern over on the other side. So come down now. Again, every other block is you just come down 2. Just like this. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, boom. Misplacing blocks. You will misplace a lot of blocks doing this. I will say that. And come down. And there we go. That's what that's going to look like. Now, basically everything going back, we can fill in with ice again. Again, like I said, I was doing a lot of it for visualization. I have to say that word very slowly in order to actually to say it right. Alright, and so we're just going to fill all this stuff back in. And then we're going to connect the 2 sides that we just did with our ice. Boom, boom, boom. How much time are we at? We're at 19 minutes. Not too bad. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. And do the same thing with that one. Now do the same thing with this one. Come down to here. Nope. Come down a little bit farther. There we go. Alright, another fast way to do this is do it this way. Speeds things up a little bit. Not too much, but boom, 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 boom. Alright, fill that in. So how's everybody doing today? If you guys are liking this series, let me know in the comments, because maybe I can do like a house series. I could find different stuff to do for like a weekly thing. It wouldn't be like a weekly thing, but just like a 1 week thing of each one. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Like, I don't know how to phrase it. Alright, so now we're just going to come diagonal and connect these blocks together. So now these two blocks, or these two sides, will be connected by these. Whoop. So just connect them like this. Oh, we shouldn't have too much more time. And just let you know, the bigger the building, the more of this you will have to be doing. So keep that in mind as well. So if you do want to make this building a lot bigger, keep that in mind that you're going to be doing this for a lot longer. This thing, I've already been making this building for 30 minutes at a pretty decent speed. I'm trying not to go too fast, but I don't want to go too slow to make this hour and 2 hours long. Because I think my building alone took almost an hour and a half. So keep that in mind, guys. But this building does look amazing if you are making a city. So and do this one more time here. And just like that. So now our top should look like that. Adds a little bit unique design to it up at the top. Just separates it from the actual 90-degree angle. Alright, now the time to work on the back. So the back and the sides, you're going to continue with the same design again. That's basically all we're doing here. And so we're going to come up to the top and connect our snow pillars together at a 90-degree angle like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to lay down 2. Then we're going to connect them like this. Just like that. Now we can get rid of these here. So now our corner should look like this now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way back down. Just like this. And we're going to make, I don't know why I came all the way back down. We're going to fly all the way back up. Sorry to waste your time, guys. That's actually totally by accident. I was overthinking something. Big surprise there. I overthink a lot of stuff when it comes to building. Alright, so we're going to come all the way back down, starting from here. So we're still coming down. We're still coming down. We're still coming down. And we are there. So what you want to find out is where this starts. So this pillar isn't even with this one. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. So now when we actually make our windows again, it should look like this. Look like this. Look just like this. So it should look just like that. Well, actually, that doesn't seem right. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Basically, that snow pillar that we just made come down, we're going to replace it with ice. Alright, see, but now that we did it on this side, we know how to do it on the other side. So, a lot of trial and error when it comes to making buildings. And sorry for the mess up, guys. I'm not trying to mess you guys up. Just trying to think about how this would look and make everything look even. And my hand is freezing. Woo! But I guess that's expected. It is winter time, so. And replace, like I said, replace this with ice. And come all the way back down. So we're coming all the way back down, kids. And we're still not there. We're still not there, but we're getting close. We're getting close. I assure you, we're getting close. And there we go. There we go. That works out perfectly. So now we can stack up these pillars that we were just talking about. And we're going to make the exact same windows, basically, that we made over on the side. So the windows are going to be the exact same. So again, you might notice a lot of repetition when it comes to this build. So 2 and 2. So now we come straight down. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't even know what that noise was. I can do a Star Wars, like I'm not a big Star Wars fan at all. Not really into like, any movies like that. Like not into Star Trek, not into anything like that. But I can do the Wookiee pretty good from Star Wars. I can do it I can do it a lot better, but I don't want to blow out the microphone, so I won't do it. If you guys do want to hear it though, leave a comment and maybe I can do it in the next video. Alright, so basically we're going to continue the pattern. So coming straight down, we're going to put ice here because we know that we need ice here, and because we tested that out on the other side. So come all the way back down, and there we go. And we're going to replace this bottom layer with snow, just like that. And we know these are going to be like this, and then those are going to be like that. And so basically this corner is going to be all ice. So basically we're just going to come all the way back up and all the way back down using our ice for this corner piece. I'm not going to do the sides because hopefully you guys should get the idea of how to do it. You're just doing the exact same thing that you did on the front, just on the back side of these walls. So just keep that in mind. Not really too hard to do. It's just a lot of repetition. I've been stressing that a lot in this part, but hey, there's a lot of stuff to be done. So I'm just gonna do this to, I might as well just do it to the entire thing. Speed the process up a little bit. Process or process, which one's right? Who knows? All depends on where you're from. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I mean, I really haven't been on this world too many times. I mean, I wouldn't say that. It's been a while since I've been on this world. There's actually a tutorial world that I started a long time ago. My original got filled up with houses, and it wasn't organized at all. And having unorganized stuff really makes me mad when it comes to my builds, because it makes it that much harder to find things. Like, I have been thinking about making a map just for like all the houses I've made in order. So like, it would start at house number 1 and go all the way to house number, I forgot which house we're on now. By the time of this recording, I'm on house number 33. So I would go all the way up to house number 33 for right now. So, whoop, and come down one more time. And then we can work on the roof, and then we'll come down and work on where the front door would actually be. And did I not finish the... Oh, okay, I see what I did. Okay, never mind. Whew. Alright, so far, this is what our building is looking like. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty shabby. This is what the back looks like. The sides aren't done, but this is what it would look like. Okay, so since we're already down here, let's work on the doors. So the doors we're going to do is basically, we're going to come to the back. And so where these windows would be, we're going to have basically 2 entrances into this building. Whoop, misplaced a couple blocks there. And so we already know this pillar would come all the way up. A pillar would be here. And a pillar would be there as well. Make everything even. That one's already correct. So basically, the doors are going to be right here in the middle on both sides. And basically for these windows, just to let you guys know, the windows you're just going to be filling in with the ice back behind the actual pillars themselves. So the windows should look like this. Again, to save some time, I'm not going to show you guys the entire design of it. I'm not going to go all the way up, filling up every single window doing this, because otherwise we'd be here for a couple hours. And windows get pretty boring because that's a lot more repetition than I like doing. So I don't even like repetition, but this is too much for me. So I'll do a couple of them just to show you guys the idea. So it should look like this from the front now. And when all the windows are done, that's what it should look like. Okay, so we already know the door's going to be here. So we can put that there, doors go there. Let's go up to the roof to work on the roof now. So the roof, pretty simple design, not really too much, because you're not really going to see too much of the roof. And since we have this part cut out, basically the roof is going to be like this. And then we're going to come diagonal in between all these blocks here. Just like that. Oh, just like that. There we go. And connect them like this. And connect them like that. And connect them like this. That's like a new hit single. I mean, it could be a song, but I'm not really sure. And then basically we're just going to fill the rest of this in with stone slabs. Yeah, you guys thought I was going to say snow, didn't you? And not going to lie, I almost did say snow. We're just going to fill the rest of this in with stone slabs here. Boom. Ba boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. I do like the look of the sun in this texture pack. And also, I am using the natural texture pack for this tutorial. Reason for this is I really like the design of the natural texture pack when it comes to city builds. Like when I build on my city now, I only use the natural texture pack until we get other ones. Just because the materials look the most realistic. And everything looks a little bit better. So that's the reason why I'm using this one. But you can use any texture pack. This building also looks good without a texture pack as well. So, alright, so there's that. And so the thing I was telling you guys about with the windows is, again, I'm not going to do it to the entire thing, but you're going to take out glass blocks, not glass panes, glass blocks. And basically behind every piece of ice, you're going to place a piece of glass. So again, what this does is it adds a little bit more detail to the actual building itself. So like when I'm coming down, I'll have to switch to daytime so you guys can actually see it when I'm done with this. It will actually give it a design behind the ice of actual windows. So that's the whole point of this. Yes, it does take up more space. It does add more time to the build, definitely. But it does look better in the end. So if you're willing to put the time into this building to do this, go ahead. I really suggest it. I strongly suggest it. So if you want to take the time to do this, definitely do it, because it looks so much better. Well, also, you might want to make this building next to like water, because if you have like the sunrise come up and right next to this building, oh, it would look so beautiful. Like this one's closer to my park, and I'm not being very organized with these buildings right now, or with these blocks. But I'm just showing you guys for a demonstration. So after this layer, I'll stop it. And so if you look, you can kind of see the outline of the glass behind the ice. So if we sleep real quick, boom. Alright, sleepy time, sleep time. Come on, sleep, sleep. There we go. Takes so long to sleep. So now you can really see the design of it. So when you get up close, you can really see the actual glass behind the ice. And this gives that much more look and design to it. So again, I strongly suggest doing that if you want to make this building look the best. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe. Stay tuned in for tomorrow for another skyscraper. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe. I'm hungry.
He's on fire! Fire! Yeah. Hey. I remember sitting in school all day up in class. Teacher had the boy talking while I'm writing rhymes in my pad. I swear that made her mad. She look at me and just laugh. She be like, "You wasting your time." I told her.